Nobody tells you how hard it is to have a child.
Hi, I'm Jen, and I am a parent. I am a foster parent, or was a foster parent, and I am a parent of adoptive children. I can tell you, and I want to first of all preface this by saying, nothing your child is doing is a judgment on you. You are not a bad mom. You are not a bad human. You are just doing your best. Children are independent little human beings. And yes, they can be affected by their environment. And yes, they can be affected by the things they experience. But they can also just have their own personalities and do things that are unexplainable. I have dealt with children through foster care who had zero care about consequences. No amount of punishment, no amount of kindness, no amount of having discussions, no amount of common sense, no amount of anything, even medication seemed to make a difference. The child was going to do what the child was going to do, and consequences be damned. So you are not alone in this. I have experienced this. And I used to hear, well, it's because your child came out of foster care. It's because they're traumatized, because their biological parents were on drugs, like any number of excuses. But that's just not true. Many kids that I raised came from terrible circumstances and were great from the beginning. They were good kids. They were good adults. And some who had fairly decent upbringings from until they came to me were horrible to deal with, traumatizing for me and the rest of the family. So I know people who have biological children who struggled with this exact same thing. So first, you're not alone. You're absolutely not alone. I'm going to encourage you to seek help outside of your home. I'm going to encourage you to consider strongly talking to facilities that can take your child. And here's why. If you have other children in the home, and I'm sorry I can't remember if you do, this child that is not controllable with punishment or any kind of effort that you do can be very dangerous and very traumatizing to the other children. But also, you deserve happiness and healthy life. You cannot continue on, like you said, you can't keep a roof over your head. You can't keep yourself healthy. You will get judgment from other parents and other people, especially non-parents who are like, how can you remove your child from your home? How can you do that? How can you let someone else raise your child? How can you put them in a facility? Ignore them, because I guarantee they're not going to step up and take your child. Until they want to be financially and mentally and emotionally responsible for your child, they can shut up. I had more than one child who had to go out of our home to a facility. And it made a huge difference because the controlled environment took the pressure off of me and allowed us to work on our relationship. It may not be a fix. It may not fix this child. But you cannot live life as a prisoner of your child. This is not something you can do. It will destroy the child and you and your family. So I'm going to encourage you to talk to social workers, get crisis management involved, get people involved that can help you make a decision as to what kind of placement this child might need in order to learn how to manage their emotions and how to manage their behavior. I'm sorry you're going through this. I have every ounce of sympathy and empathy for you because I've been there.